The Odyssey is Christopher Nolan's biggest opening yet. We had an exclusive interview with Tom Cruise for Digger. Marvel drops a trailer for Avengers Doomsday. The Batman released a camera test. Ryan Hurst has been cut from God of War. We've got an amazing trailer for I Play Rocky, and there's so much more to break down in this episode of Movie News. What's up, movie friends? Welcome to Raiders of the Lost Podcast, the ultimate film and TV podcast. Anthony and James here. This is the episode where we go through all of the industry news so you don't have to. We're going to go over brand new trailer releases, the current box office this past weekend, as well as a ton of top stories in the world of film and TV. There's a ton of things to go over in this episode. James, what happened at the box office this weekend?
Oh, first of all, 2026 is tracking to pass $10 billion this year for the first time at the box office since 2019. So things are healing. Cinema is back.
That's crazy.
And this is going to be obviously inflated by some huge movies, including Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers Doomsday, Project Hail Mary was great, Obsession was a huge hit. But the Odyssey, top of the box office this week, $120 million opening weekend, huge for Christopher Nolan here. And globally tracking to open $257 million at the global box office, which puts it at the biggest opening ever for Christopher Nolan in his entire career. And yes, that beats The Dark Knight.
Now, this is just an early projection. It's not yet the end of the weekend. I think it could actually be higher than 120. We'll see. I think it could hit up to 140.
And, you know, Nolan's always had very, very successful films. I mean, even Tenet, released during lockdowns and COVID, still pulled $350 million. Batman Begins was like a lower performer for him back in the day, and The Prestige wasn't massive as well. But since The Dark Knight, his movies absolutely decimated the box office. And I got to tell you, we did an amazing review and 2-hour breakdown of The Odyssey this past Monday. So go tune into that. It was epic, just like the film. Talk about it so much more in depth than that, but just the opening day for it was $50 million, and we all expected this when they put pre-sales online a year ago.
It's incredible. Moana in second place with $19 million, dropped below $20 million on its second weekend. Not very good for Disney, as well as Minions at third place with $14 million in its third weekend. Toy Story 5 hanging in $13 million. It's grossed over $400 million domestic so far, so big hit. Obviously, no surprise there. And then Evil Dead Burn rounds out the top 5 with $5 million. Not a great second weekend for the film. It's currently at $23 million domestic for its haul. Make it a little bit more international, but it's not going to be a huge, huge hit.
Evil Dead Burn's interesting because Evil Dead Rise was a massive hit. That movie pulled, I think it was like 160 at the global box office. A very successful film. Evil Dead Burn, pretty good opening weekend at $15 million last week. Budget about $20-25 plus some marketing. It'll be a successful film in the long run, but it's definitely not what Warner Brothers was expecting in terms of you have a very iconic IP name film and successful, but definitely an underperformer in their eyes, I would say.
Yeah, word of mouth wasn't strong for this.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah,
I saw it. It's pretty good. I liked
Yeah.
Rise a lot more, but it's definitely worth checking out if you love horror. I gotta talk about the best day of my life, which happened 6 days ago. I got to interview Tom Cruise for his new film, Digger. I got about 10 minutes with the man, the myth, the legend, which was surreal to meet him. I had a couple photo ops, but to actually interview him and sit down with him one-on-one, great set for this film. And I got to say, this trailer looks phenomenal. I got to see the trailer early, as well as some BTS stuff of Alejandro Iñárritu, who's currently in London mixing the movie. And the movie comes out October 2nd, but they're doing a great job already, launching a massive global marketing campaign. The trailer looks surreal and hilarious and fantastic and excellent filmmaking. We've broken it down a bunch on social media. We're going to do a big haul of this when I release the full interview with the breakdown of the trailer in the next week or two. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing. Tom Cruise plays a billionaire oil tycoon who has doomed the fate of Earth in its destruction by drilling too deeply in the Antarctic, and he has convinced the world that he's the only one who can save it as Digger Rockwell. And off the bat, Alejandro, back-to-back Best Oscar Director winner, which has only happened 3 times in history. He's one of the best in the business. working with Tom Cruise, who they've been trying to work together for 15, 20 years now. This movie's been in development for 7 years. They couldn't do it because of lockdowns and then because of the strikes. But now they get to finally do this. Tom looks amazing. Tons of prosthetics, crazy energy. They also shot this crazy cool World Cup promo in character on set of the production. The marketing, they're so clever because they probably looked at what's happening down the road while we're releasing this marketing campaign. In character, dribbling a soccer ball on his foot.
Expertly.
As an expert, wearing a cowboy boots nonetheless. I can't wait for this film. It looks like Doctor Strangelove, but in our world.
Incredible. I can't wait. And man, I don't think anybody's prepared for what this movie's going to be.
No
honestly.
one is. And I had such a blast chatting with him. He's so generous with his time and enthusiastic and really connects with you on a human level. Like, unlike anyone I've ever talked to in my life, really treats you like you're the only person in the room when he talks to you, even if there's 100 people around you. It was a very special experience. We've released 2 clips so far. So go on the socials. Those clips are on there. We'll release more over time. But, man, I'm so grateful for Warner Brothers for letting us do that. And sorry, Anthony, you were fucking in Italy and you were in London.
Yeah, I missed it.
You missed Tommy boy. But, hey, I have a good feeling that we'll be able to do some more stuff for the film once it's coming out.
No worries, man. I'm glad you got to experience that.
It was a blast. Now let's kick it off with the biggest news of the week, and that is Avengers Doomsday making everyone forget that the Odyssey exists. Holy crap, this trailer went super viral. It's all anyone is talking about right now. We got our first look and sound of Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. I love the accent, love the voice. Thor is back. We have a return of Steve Rogers. Great moment of him holding Mjolnir. I'm going to have to learn to repronounce that word. Mjolnir, the hammer. Thor's hammer. We have the new Avengers. Everyone's in this. Gambit. We have Professor Xavier, Mystique, Cyclops. Everyone and their mother's in this. The Fantastic Four, the Wakandans. It's going to be crazy. I have no idea what the fuck is going on in this trailer, but that's fine. I'm sure I'll figure it out once we get into the theater and we get more trailers with more narrative explained, but I have no idea what's going on, and it's going to be okay because this movie's going to slap. It's going to be awesome.
On a downer note, The Batman 2 has been pushed again, delayed to February 18th, 2028.
6-year gap.
6-year gap between both films, which is crazy. They better turn out the third film quickly. Otherwise, Pattinson will be in his 50s at this rate. But they did drop a great little look at the film with some test footage and a camera test of Robert Pattinson as Batman of the snow setting. It's a great little tracking around him in slow-mo with the police cruiser flashing its lights in the background, that nice orange glowing light we've come to expect from this look of this franchise. And people are obviously very excited about this, as well as being emotionally distraught over the release date. At the end of the day, you know what? It's just a movie. I'm not upset about it. When it comes out, it'll come out. I'm sure it'll be great. It's a bummer, but guys, this is worse things happening in the world.
Yeah, I think with the superhero stuff, I just want them to get it right.
Yeah.
And, there are things that caused this delay that were out of the control of the filmmakers with the strikes. And then scheduling conflicts because of the strikes. So same thing happened, like I just said, with Digger with Tom and Alejandro. They were in talks to do it 7 years ago. The strikes happened, so Tom had to, because of his scheduling Mission Impossible 7 and 8, he had to put Digger on the burner.
Yeah.
Because he had to make 7 and 8 because that was on the books for his schedule. So it is what it is. It's coming out. They're shooting right now. They revealed the logo as well, the test shots, as well as our first look at the cinematography from Eric Messerschmidt. This is Fincher's guy. Shot The Killer, shot Mindhunter, Oscar-winning cinematographer, did Mank. He's doing The Adventures of Cliff Booth. So I'm so curious what his style is going to be. And I already like the tone and aesthetic just from this one shot.
Yeah. Very
much in the world of what Greg Fraser and the production team created. But I think it's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see this movie. And I don't have a problem waiting. We're eating so good this year.
Yeah, it's just a movie.
It is what it is. But you got to see some exclusive looks at Spider-Man Brand New Day that you can't fully talk about, but you did get to interview Destin as well, the director.
We saw some cool stuff. I can't talk about it, but I did interview Destin for 10 minutes. He's a great guy, very insightful, and he seems to have been approached this film with a lot of love and care. And Sony TikTok put together this really great event Really celebrating the below-the-line talent, cinematography, the editing, and production design and visual effects. And a bunch of creators got to go to this event where we saw breakdowns of the film, behind-the-scenes looks. It was a great way to celebrate, the very important pieces of filmmaking that don't get the attention, like the DP, like the editor. It was a great experience. I learned a lot about the film.
I was in New York, so I didn't get to go to that because we, as you all know, if you've been listening in the last couple of weeks, we signed with iHeartRadio, so they picked up our show. We're still broadcast everywhere. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Instagram, wherever, iHeartRadio app now too, but like they just host our show. So I was in New York doing some events with them, which was fun, but
nice.
Happy to be part of the family. But yeah, I wish I could have seen that.
I won't say what I saw, but I think fans will really enjoy the film.
Cool.
Honestly.
It looks great. I'm excited for it. Let's talk about some bad news for an actor who just got a huge role. He's actually in the Odyssey as well, Ryan Hurst. He plays Mentor in the Odyssey, but he was Kratos. He is Kratos in God of War, which is shooting right now for Amazon. However, he tore his bicep, major injury for him on set very recently. And at first, the producers decided to delay production until, I believe, February. But now they've rescinded that, and they're going to recast him rather than wait for him to recover, which means they probably haven't shot a lot of his scenes yet, and they'd save money just doing reshoots.
They filmed 4 episodes.
They filmed 4 episodes already?
Completed production and principal photography of 4 episodes.
So they're going to have to do 4...
Yeah, reshoot the entire thing.
Not the entire thing, just the scenes he's in.
Yeah.
That sucks,
4
man.
whole episodes.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I feel terrible for that guy.
Yeah, that's awful.
That is... Or no, it's not going to reshoot till February. I mean, he doesn't need 8 months of recovery. Sorry. Yeah. I can't remember what the date or the month was for his projected recovery for the injury, but it must have been more serious than they thought to just recast him now, which sucks, man, because he was great in the Odyssey. In the
his voice, I was like, in his voice in the Odyssey, I was like, oh, he actually is. He sounds like Kratos.
Yeah. I feel terrible for him.
Yeah,
that would have been
tough.
a huge, huge role.
Yeah, stunt work's dangerous. It's just like they're not playing around.
Tom broke his ankle doing Mission Impossible Fallout.
It's dangerous shit, and he's not a Tom Cruise level, so like this production's not going to wait for him. I get it. Amazon wants to hit their release date, but it's very, very a lot of downer news today, but something more positive.
Oh my god!
I Play Rocky was my favorite trailer released this past week. Anthony Ippolito, who already played Al Pacino in the Offer, the TV series about the making of The Godfather, and I thought he was amazing as Al Pacino, is doing double duty as another famous Italian actor, Sylvester Stallone. He sounds so much like Stallone. He's really personified him in an amazing way, and I was like, then they're recreating some of the shots from Rocky. It's unbelievable. This film is a depiction of Stallone's struggles of getting the film up and running, being cast in the lead role of Rocky, how the studio loved the script, wanted to make the movie, but didn't want him to be in it. But that was his one rule. He had to act in this because his dream was to be an actor, and how much he fought to be the actor in this film. And this story is really interesting. The trailer is so much better than I was expecting. I think this is going to be the feel-good movie of the year.
Sensational.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked how good this looks. Mm-hmm. Rocky 7. Fuck it. Let's go. This is literally what it is. It's Rocky 7. So much heart. It's going to feel like as much of an underdog story Rocky was, just as much. And I love Ippolito in this role. He sounds so much like Sly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't wait. It looks fucking fantastic.
Sounds like you got rocks in your mouth.
It sounds amazing. It looks amazing. I'm also very excited about They Follow. The sequel to It Follows has started production, starring Michael Monroe's coming back, Naomi Ackie, Michael Gandolfini, and Jackie Earle Haley.
Good cast.
I think this is going to be fantastic. They're shooting on film, which is really cool. There's a David Robert Mitchell coming back to direct and write. Posted a photo of the film reel on the film mag. And I can't wait, man. This is going to be fantastic. His movie, The End of Oak Street, comes out pretty soon, in a month.
Yeah.
The beginning of August, the dinosaur movie with Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway. So busy time for him, but I can't wait for They Follow.
I'm curious about The Hunt for Gollum. And Andy Serkis and company put together a little cute announcement where Andy, in mocap suit and director, sets up for a shot in the film, basically introducing the announcement of the movie. And then it cut to the crew on a mountain in New Zealand, getting ready to shoot a sequence. This hits theaters December 17th, 2027. 4 months before the Batman.
Before the Batman Part 2, man. You know, as I know everyone loves Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah.
And everyone has feelings for The Hobbit in a specific way, different. Rings of Power did not work for me. War of the Rohirrim did not work for me. I want this to be great. I think there's potential for it to be great. Andy Serkis sort of is the right I think he's the perfect person to tell this story because of how embedded he is in Tolkien's work in terms of the cinematic world of it, and the world building, the creation of it. Yeah, but in general, the production as well. Like, yeah, he's Gollum, but Andy was so integral to the production, especially with the advancements they made in visual effects and motion capture, performance capture, with his company Imaginarium. So I think he's a good director, and I think he's the right choice. I just don't know what this movie is gonna be like. I think it's an interesting story to follow. My biggest concern is just the de-aging. Is the de-aging gonna work? I think this teaser's great because it shows Andy as Gollum in his performance capture suit getting so excited and so passionate about what he's doing, and then effectively showing we're shooting on location, guys. We're back in it. We're not on a blue screen anymore. We're not doing what Rings of Power did. Yeah. We're not shooting on giant interior studio sets like Rings of Power. Not that Lord of the Rings didn't, but they also did a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna go and shoot in real locations, build locations. I don't fucking know, man. I'm gonna wait to see a trailer.
I gotta say, to be honest, he doesn't have a great track record as a director. Is another thing that's up in the air for me.
I disagree. I liked you know how I feel about
Venom and Leather Carnage.
You know how I feel about
hated
Venom.
that movie.
I like that movie.
Well, what'd you think about the Orwell remake?
I didn't watch it. But
why didn't you watch it?
Because it didn't look like Animal Farm.
Good.
It didn't look like Animal Farm.
Again, I think he's got a shoddy track record directing wise, which has me.
But
we'll see.
Fusing his passion, his artistry, and understanding of this world, and I think we can get something great. I'm just mostly worried about the de-aging.
We'll see. All right. You just had Garrett Waring on this program. You had a great interview with him,
TV show
talking about The Long Walk. He's great in that movie.
Garrett Waring, yeah.
He was just cast in the co-lead role in the Conjuring prequel franchise. So he and Amanda Fix will be playing Ed and Lorraine Warren. This hits theaters September 10th, 2027, before the Batman Part 2.
Everything's... I can't wait. I like the Conjuring Last Rites a lot. And Garrett,
I like all of them.
And like it was so cool because when I was filming with Garrett, which we filmed this a month ago, even though the episode just came out, I was with him when he got the news. He couldn't tell me what it was.
Yeah.
But I was with him when he took a call in an office where we were recording. I set him up with a space. He's like, I'm sorry, I have to take this call. I'm like, dude, fucking do your thing. And right before we were recording, he got the news.
Wow.
He's like,
life-changing.
It was life-changing and glowing. Yeah. And I was so curious what it was going to be, and I finally found out.
This guy grew those sideburns.
Yeah. I think he's a great choice because when I was talking to him on the show, if you listen to the episode, I was like, every time when I was talking with you, when I was on set with you in Ireland, and then, you know, I've seen you in all these movies, I feel like he's just a guy who's just poised for the right role to just really pop.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like you're one of those young actors that you're just like, you need that one role that will just like send everything off to the races. And he's been in big movies, but I think this is just going to be enormous for him.
Send it.
Full send to the moon, Garrett Waring. Really, really cool guy, friend of the show, genuine human being. And I'm really happy for him. He's such a cool guy. And we had a great convo. Yeah, so he's a really interesting dude. He almost quit acting in the episode we talked about. He almost quit acting in 2023.
Wow.
Right before the strike happened. And then he landed Final Destination Bloodlines as the main guy in that, one of the main guys in that movie. But then the strikes happened. We talked about this in the episode. And then the strikes happened, so that project got delayed because that didn't get shot until after the strikes were over in 2025. And then, at the end of 2024. And then he got a call for Ransom Canyon, which is the Netflix show that he's on, the Western show that he does. And so he ended up going Ransom Canyon because Bloodlines was kind of up in the air. And also he's like, I'd rather do like this cowboy thing because he's from He's from the South too. And then through that, the casting director is this casting director.
Oh my god!
And so it ended up working out really well for him. And so it's just an interesting path where like he was so close to giving up on acting, got Bloodlines, couldn't do it, had to turn it down. Then got The Long Walk. I'm sorry, The Long Walk casting director cast him in it because that guy was the Bloodlines casting director. And now he's Conjuring. So really cool story. Just never give up, man.
Never give up, man.
Real quick, check out this amazing Odyssey poster behind me, provided to us by our great friends at movieposters.com. We have a code with the company who has every poster you could ever imagine for every show, movie, era, modern, contemporary, classic, Odyssey as well. That code is Raiders10. Use that at checkout. You get 10% off your entire order, plus the affiliate link in the episode description. If you click that, it directs you to the website, but it lets the website know you got there because of our show. It gets us a commission of every purchase you make with that link, and the code gets you 10% off. Movieposters.com, the ultimate place to get all of your posters today.
We got great trailers this week. Paul Greengrass is back on the big screen with The Uprising, starring Andrew Garfield. I'm about to sneeze. There it is. It's so dusty in here.
It's not that dusty in here. I cleaned this place 2 weeks ago.
The film follows a man who forms a rebellion in England against the tyranny of King Richard II. In theaters, September 11th. Ironic, because Greengrass did 1993.
For me, it doesn't have too much of its own unique identity aesthetically. And I get it. They're going for the grounded reality.
Handheld.
But I'll wait till we see more. But it also just feels too much like Braveheart.
Yeah, it's got a big Braveheart vibe. I think it looks really good.
I'm curious, but
Greengrass goes handheld, and nobody really shoots handheld anymore, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I'm definitely going to see it. I'm just curious.
Other Mommy. Did you see this trailer?
Yeah.
Jessica Chastain, full villain mode. This is a paranormal entity known as Other Mommy, which torments this young girl with the illusion of appearing exactly like her mom. And the whole film's about whether she can tell if it's the mom or if it's the monster. Not sure exactly what this creature wants from the little girl, but she sets up all sorts of attacks and visions, and there are some really spine-tingling moments in this trailer with Jessica Chastain playing the creature, and I had no idea what this movie was until like a week ago, and this trailer was great. I think this looks really exciting, really fun, and really scary.
Behemoth looks really good, too, from Tony Gilroy, who wrote and directed this, starring Pedro Pascal as a gifted cellist, returns home to Los Angeles after 20 years on the road. It's being advertised as his first lead role, which is...
How is Mandalorian not his lead role?
That's what I'm confused about. He's Mandalorian.
Grogu's not an actor.
Yeah. I know.
It's a puppet. It's not an actor.
Is Sigourney Weaver the co-lead of that
No
that
way.
movie?
She's got like 10 minutes of screen time.
It's really odd the way it's being advertised.
I don't know.
I know he's mostly done supporting and obviously ensemble. Like, he's technically the lead, I would say, of Fantastic Four, co-lead. Sure, with Vanessa Kirby. I think they're the co-leads of Fantastic Four. So, yeah, he does a lot of ensemble work.
Mandalorian was his first lead role.
But Mandalorian, yeah.
Lead role.
That's what I'm confused by.
It makes no sense to me why people are writing it this way.
Yeah, it's kind of odd to call it his first lead role. He's fucking Mandalorian.
Grogu's not an actor. It's just a puppet. Come on, guys.
You got to market your movie however you want to market it. But it looks great. You know, music is this all-consuming river in his life that connects him to everything. But I think, obviously, Pedro's so talented. Tony Gilroy is an awesome filmmaker and this is a great writer.
This is right up our alley. He plays a cellist who performs in orchestras from films, and he now is going to write his first composition for film. And Tony Gilroy hired 9 different composers to write the music for the different films he's playing in the orchestra for. So we're going to see Giacchino, a bunch of other composers wrote little pieces for each film that he's playing as a cellist in.
Have you ever read the Bourne Identity screenplay?
No.
It's really good.
Pattinson said he reads it all the time.
Yeah, I read it after I saw that interview with Pattinson because it was Pattinson, Matt, and Tom doing this chat like a month and a half ago, really early press for Odyssey. And I ended up reading it, and it's so well written. And what was cool was Matt was talking about how like Tony never read the book when he adapted Bourne Identity into the screenplay. He was just like basically told the synopsis. And he's like, oh, I got it. Okay, cool.
Say no more.
And so he took like the lore and the world building, but then he wrote his own thing. But it's a really good screenplay. It's so well written. Awesome.
I'll give it a read.
Awesome writer. I
mean, Andor. Everyone
loves Andor. Yeah. The Whisper Man. So we have.
I'm sorry. Once De Niro's in your horror movie, it's not going to be. It's like, come on. He has not a good track record.
With horror, yeah. I mean, what was that one where it's a horror movie with that little kid
with Dakota Fanning.
No, it was a young boy.
Oh, young boy. I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyways, Whisper Man, starring Adam Scott, Robert De Niro, follows a man who asks his father for help after his son is abducted. They soon discover a connection to an old serial killer case. August 28th on Netflix.
Children of Blood and Bone released its first look at the film with a few stills. Viola Davis, Idris Elba, Cynthia Erivo, Damson Idris, Thuso Medeu, Lashana Lynch, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Amanda Stenberg. Amandla Stenberg star of this film. Hits theaters January 15th, 2027, before The Batman.
Big Apple TV movie coming out in September, starring Ryan Reynolds and Kenneth Branagh. It's called Mayday, action comedy about a downed pilot and an ex-KGB agent. I think it looks okay. Highly stylized, lots of blue screens, lots of CGI, kind of just like a big streamer action movie kind of thing. I love Kenneth, and anytime he's doing like this sort of like fun brute comedy, it always works, but I'm not loving the trailer. Not loving it, especially after seeing the Odyssey yesterday. I'm just like...
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Here we go again.
Getting rebooted at Paramount. Wes Craven's estate is working on giving the material to Paramount with an original script from his estate.
Another reboot. Another one.
Flanagan doing this one?
It's not Stephen King.
Oh, right. You're right.
Well, I mean, he is doing Exorcist, which
it's not Stephen King.
But prequel for the next one, for Jason Voorhees prequel here. We have Crystal Lake, first teaser for the Friday the 13th prequel series, Crystal Lake, releasing on October 15th on Peacock, starring Linda Cardellini. I don't know.
Blue Beetle's coming back to the DCU.
This is so confusing to me.
Now he is. I guess he's now part of the universe. He'll reportedly return as in Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 9th, 2027.
So now it's like
they changed their mind.
The DCU is its own thing, but now we're bringing characters from the DCEU. And now people are going to be like, why didn't you bring Henry Cavill as Superman back? And why didn't you could have brought Gal Gadot back as Wonder Woman. I mean, it's odd. Even though Sholo as Blue Beetle didn't share scenes with DCU characters.
It was in the world.
DCU, it was in the world. Yeah, same world.
They referenced.
I don't know, man. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be good, but
it's going to be 84 characters in Man of Tomorrow.
There's a new G.I. Joe film in the works from Paramount, written and directed by Danny McBride. I love McBride. Love him. I didn't love the recent Halloween movies. I will stay optimistic because I have a bias towards him because he's so funny, and I think he's great.
But this is his first time directing.
Yes, so I'm very curious. And speaking of Flanagan and Stephen King,
there's new details about Carrie, the TV series for Prime Video. Flanagan's show is apparently set in modern day and explores teen relationships with tech. And there's an image of the girls on their phones photographing Carrie in the iconic shower scene. However, a big change is this will apparently introduce various characters with their own abilities in each episode. And also will change a lot of the book's key moments, including the events of the prom being different. I don't like any of this.
This is
everyone has powers now?
I mean, when you're on the third adaptation of something that just got remade 10 years ago, yeah, you have to do something different. I don't love the idea of introducing other characters with powers, because then it's just, now we're like leaning into the Stranger Things stuff. We're leaning into mutants. We're leaning into MCU ensemble powered beings. I think Carrie always will work best as Carrie has the powers. And I think that obviously what I think will probably happen is Carrie will be turned into a protagonist. Not that she was a villain in the film for the most part, but she does lean into her powers and become a sinister force for evil at specific moments to cast out vengeance and even a crazy ending. I don't love this pitch of other characters with powers as well.
I hate it.
I don't like this.
I feel like it takes away the entire meaning of of what Carrie is.
And it's just not a Carrie movie anymore. Now it's just a powered ensemble.
I feel like it's like, oh, where's this? How do we make this a superhero show?
It's like Gen V now.
Yeah.
And now we're just gonna set Gen V, but it's in high school instead of a college.
I'm good.
I don't love that, man.
I'm good.
And yes, again, you have to change stuff if you're gonna do it a third time. I would change stuff too, but I don't know. I think the better thing was would be not to do a remake.
Yeah,
of a
just
remake.
just watch the De Palma film. That's all you gotta do.
Because the last remake didn't work. Didn't work. Tom Cruise, back to him again, our guy. I just get so giddy when I talk about him. Posted his iconic photo that he always does when he goes to see big tentpole films to promote people going to the theaters. Him with his ticket, seeing the Odyssey. Apparently, he invited the entire workforce at the AMC that he went to join him with the film. And they all watched it together, him and the employees. So that's really fun.
That's great.
What do we have here? Another internet monster got picked up, huh?
Sony's TriStar purchased the rights to Cartoon Cat from designer Trevor Henderson. The ancient malevolent feline uses our fuzzy memories of old cartoons to claw its way into reality, and it's pulled billions of views since 2018. No writer or director yet, but yeah, Sony's getting in the game.
Everyone's getting in the game. They're scouring Reddit and YouTube for IP.
Yeah.
Two bits of news. Coleman Domingo in talks to write the live-action Princess Tiana movie, co-write it, inspired by Princess and the Frog. No deals have been closed yet. This was from the 2009 Disney film. And
The last 2D animated one they did, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
And very, very sad news. We lost an absolute legend, arguably one of the most important father figures from the 90s in cinema. Sam Neill passed away, the great Kiwi actor who is in so many incredible roles, which is sad because he revealed a couple of years ago that he beat cancer. He beat cancer a few years ago, and according to what was this revealed? He
died of pneumonia.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
it was sudden. I know it was sudden, and the family weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
Probably connected to a weakened immune system from cancer.
Absolutely.
And treatment. So that's really sad. I watched Jurassic Park the night he died at night, and so many people did, and showering with so many posts online and amazing words. But like Sam Neill, such an incredible actor and
Really big range and talent. Incredible. He could do everything.
But to do a movie like Jurassic Park, to lead that in a movie that means so much to so many people, a guy who's recognizable around the world because of just that one film. Mm-hmm. It's a special movie. It's a special role. And he really made that character his own.
Yeah.
Even though they wanted Harrison to do that. Yeah. Spielberg
Really?
he wanted Harrison to do it, but then Sam Neill ended up being the guy.
Oh, okay.
Harrison turned it down. They didn't audition or anything, but obviously they worked so much together.
Yeah,
but
it
I
makes
think
sense.
Sam Neill was the perfect direction. But I mean, Sam's been in so many great movies as well, like great horror movies, some of that are getting remade. I mean, Possession is fantastic.
Mouth of Madness.
Yeah, Mouth of Madness. So it's really sad.
Yeah,
Terrible
he's a great
news.
actor.
Great legend. Miss him already. But yeah, well, that wraps movie news, guys.
Yeah.
Again, we did an Odyssey episode on Monday, over 2 hours.
Yeah. 2+.
In-depth breakdown. Holy crap! What a juggernaut of a cinematic experience, which I'll never forget. I'm still thinking about it. I can't listen to Ludwig's music while I'm doing stuff because all I can do is think about the movie. I can't get shit done while I'm listening to it. It's a problem right now because I'm like, oh, let me put some great music on while I do this work. I'm like, I can't stop. I can't even focus. Watch that episode. We got a bunch of great things coming out. Watch my Tom Cruise clips on the feeds on Instagram and TikTok. There are more to come from that. We'll also do a full breakdown of that interview once we release the entire thing online, as well as with Digger. So many things happening. We're cooking on some really cool things happening, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be in Comic-Con next week, so come say hi if you're down there. In the meantime, do all the things to help the show. Go to iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Support us wherever you can with the reviews, comments, subscriptions, likes. Share our videos. Chat with us online. Take care.
See you next time.
This episode was executive produced by our chosen one patrons, Nicholas Martin and Jacob Kostler. Raiders of the Lost podcast is a Mirror Image production.